What's up, everyone? Today, I want to do a little interview slash testimonial with one of my students, Geraldo, and ask him about his experience working with me in my one-on-one mentorship for storyboard artists. So today, we're just gonna ask him some questions, and yeah. So Geraldo, kind of tell everyone who you are, why you chose to do storyboarding, and a little bit about your background.
Hi, my name is Geraldo Sampaio. I am a storyboard artist from Brazil. And English is not my first language, but I will try to do my best to express myself clearly. I decided to be a storyboard artist because I do like all aspects of filmmaking, and I think that storyboard is the thing that covers, you you have to learn about composition, about editing, about cinematography a little bit, about acting, animation, and you have to learn a lot. So storyboarding is a thing that never gets me bored. So I always have something to learn to get better. It's frustrating sometimes because it's difficult, but it's also fun to learn different things to get better at something.
Okay, awesome. So you actually reached out to me on Instagram and you said you were looking for a mentor, right? So how come you reached out to me and to do a one-on-one mentorship? Because there's like so many other classes that you could actually take.
I did choose the Rajan. Sorry if I am not
That's fine.
pronouncing correct, Rajan mentorship because specifically because of his drawing style and his skills because he do have a really clear drawing line work that can effectively communicate the character's feelings and, and thoughts with very few lines. And these these were the kinds of skills and qualities that I wanted to learn and try to rub this to steal this from for myself. So having that direct contact with one of the guys that I feel inspired by, it was a great opportunity to clear all the doubts that was in my mind and so on. And yeah, I decided to do this to get better at storyboarding, visual storytelling, and drawing. And yeah, I think that's it.
Awesome, awesome. So you were actually able throughout the mentorship to create two full storyboard sequences. I can say that they were actually more like short films. So how was the process in creating the pieces during the mentorship?
It was difficult because I had to do a complete sequence, and at my day job, I do storyboards for the 15 seconds ads videos. So it was very challenging to have to think of a complete story that could take several minutes. So we had few weeks to create the pieces, and but the important thing is that the exercises were challenging enough to to make me evolve and grow, but not so difficult that to make me discouraged, to make me have fear and want to give up. So the first few weeks we used to develop the story, the idea, and the team, doing talking and brainstorming some ideas. Often the story starts with often a story can uh, start from a variety of sources, but having a central theme helps to bring the story together. But creating the first draft, the first version of the piece was very very fast. In a meeting, the ideas were discussed, and in the next meeting, it was already done the first version, but it was it was just the beginning. So the time left uh, in the others in the subsequent meetings, we used the time to improve the rough idea and make it something more cohesive, more complete, and polish it. So because the first idea is never the things that end up uh, all the things in the final version. So it is always a process of improving the story, the idea, the drawings, improving it all.
Okay.
The ability to move and not get attached to something that is not working is something that the mentoring process helps. Because often when you are working alone, you can make the mistake of being obsessed with something that is not really important or helps the story to take shape. So having someone to give you advice and guidance to where you should go helps a lot to not be so narrow focused and have a more clear vision of the whole.
What was the most, what would you say is the most beneficial part of the mentorship for you personally?
There are a lot of of things that are provided by the teacher, the agent, by for us to learn and improve. But I think the things that I liked most was the process of the feedbacks and the classes itself. Because during the lessons, I learned a lot of things that I didn't knew before, and during the feedback, I learned that even knowing for this knowledge to be reflected in your work, it requires a lot of effort and practice. So this direct and complete feedback would be practically impossible to happen in a normal group class situation. So because you have to divide your attention between a lot of different people who are in different stages of the skills, and
Yeah.
it can I think when you are in a one-on-one mentorship, he can focus more and what do you need to learn specifically and where you came from, and do something special for your case and not something something so
General and wide.
general. So
Okay, cool, cool. Um, what would you say? Would you say you would have been able to like do the amount of work that we did? Because you actually did two pieces over the course of 10 weeks. Would you say that you would have been able to do that amount of work, let's say on your own by yourself, without having someone to keep you accountable?
I think certainly not this fast. I would take some months and so much more time. I wouldn't get so interesting and so polished and so finished. I think it will be so much worse. I think, and many times when you already work with drawing all day long, when you are already establishing, you can make a living with drawing, but after the work, it's hard and difficult to get energy to do your stuff, to draw by yourself. So sometimes it feels almost impossible to find strength and to nurture and the passion you have for art. even when you're drawing with it. So having that commitment with someone else in a class, in a mentorship, I think it helps to build a good pressure in your mind to present something and to not disappoint the people that you want to your work to be valued, to be what's the word for.
How would you say that I actually helped you through the process of creating your pieces during the mentorship? Like, what was like the most important things I helped you with? Okay.
Firstly, Rajin was willing to resolve all the doubts that I had. This is great as it doesn't just limit questions about the classes and the subject. All anything that I wanted to ask about storyboarding and filmmaking and art in general, he was ready to respond to my questions and clear my doubts. So I think you have the opportunity to learn firsthand all aspects of work, from technical matters, technical subjects to things about the market and the personal positioning. How do you do your portfolio? How do you build yourself to be able to get a job? Because it's not just about practice and not think smart about how you do you get what you want. I don't know if I'm being clear, but
Yeah.
in addition to this self self improving your work and how do you position yourself, to he also did something like, in addition to that, he also did something more things more practical, like he draws over your work to make clear what the mistakes you did. So these draw overs were pretty helpful to me to visualize what I was doing wrong. He also helped me with creative inputs in the story. So often the ideas he suggested was pretty helpful to make the work look more professional and mature, because I think it's always a bad idea when you do something all about yourself and never get help from someone else. If this someone else is someone who already works with the storyboarding, already is in the industry, I think it's even better because you have a qualified person to give you tips and help and help you.
Cool, cool, cool. I like that. So, who would you say, this type of mentorship like would benefit the most? Like, what kind of people who should take this mentorship?
I think that any professional mentoring is good. Is good that you already know some basics, some fundamentals of drawing, because mentoring gives you an opportunity to bring your work closer to a professional level. So to be compatible with industry standards, maybe. And I think anyone could learn a lot from mentoring and learn a lot from Rajan, but maybe I would recommend it to people who already know what they want, but need someone to help them to get there. Not that I think he couldn't guide you to find out what you want, but that kind of choice you also discover through therapy, through family friends. But you don't need a storyboarding mentorship specifically to find what you want to do in life. But so I recommend it to someone who already has familiarity with storyboards, but want to get their first job or even to level up to be promoted to a senior level, or maybe someone who wants to move to a larger studio. Yeah,
Cool,
I
cool,
think.
cool. So this is the final question for you, Geraldo. So, do you think you made a good investment, and do you have like any regrets of taking the mentorship?
I have no regrets. I did learn a lot. I think these two pieces that I did in the mentoring were the best work that I've done so far. When it comes to your future and your dreams, I think the only mistake you can make is not to invest in enough time and resources. So you can't afford to lose the opportunity to get closer to your goals, I think. So I think education is not an expensive, is not an expensive, but an investment. So
Mm.
I have no regrets.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Would you like to say anything, to anyone, maybe, I don't know, just share your Instagram profile name, where could people see your work, and where could people continue to follow you as you grow and, developing your storyboarding work?
Uh, at Instagram, my ID is G Storyboard. I think it's pretty 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 easy to find. But I think something that I wanted to say is it's difficult to everybody. It's always hard. You always have to work harder. Sometimes it seems impossible. It seems that you are not good enough, and I think you just have to be honest with yourself. What do you want for your life, and you don't need to do something that will cause pain to you to do, but I think we can do it. You can do it. I can do it. We just have to keep going and keep improving a step at a time. And yeah, I just wanted to say that I know what you're feeling. If you're feeling pain in this art process, everybody goes through it, and I think we can do it. So keep going.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, so if you guys, have listened to Geraldo and feel as though, you're in the same position as him, you know that you want to do storyboarding as, your career, you're very passionate about it, and you want to develop your skills more in it. If you're at an intermediate level and you want to move up into, advanced level of storyboarding, shoot me a message. No matter where you see this video, if you see it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, shoot me a message. Say you want to be interested in the one-on-one mentorship, and we could, book you for a free consultation call where we could talk about your goals, where you are right now, and where you want to be, and stuff like that, right? So you guys do that, and, thank you, Geraldo, again for, sharing your experience with everyone, and I hope you guys, enjoyed the video, and I hope to hear from you soon, guys. All right. So everyone, take care. Bye bye.